So if you have a pillow or a blanket, go ahead and grab that. So I have a pretty big blanket with me today. It's just been kind of one of those days. So I'll give you a second. We're going to start in a seated position. So blanket, pillow, both, all the things that you need to bring with you today. And we're going to get centered to start. So I don't know about you guys, but it's like December, 2nd, 3rd, and it's chaos already. So let's just take this time in this next 25 minutes or so just to chill out. Some of the stuff's going to be um, standing, but we are going to try to keep it pretty chill and get our stretch on. So, all right. So wherever you are, just drop your shoulders down. Let's go ahead and close the eyes. Notice what's going on with your posture today. Upper body, how it's feeling. And see if you can just exaggerate the length up through your spine all the way to the crown of the head, bending all the way up. And notice if you're leaning slightly forward, if you can sit back just slightly, maybe tucking the pelvis a little bit more, maybe the hands slide down your thighs a little further to tuck the elbows underneath the shoulders. And we're going to start with a breath pattern, sometimes called straw breath. But really it's really simple. So we're just going to take a deep breath in, excuse me. And on the exhale out, we're going to pretend like we're blowing out Christmas birthday candles, or almost like your lips are drinking through a straw, like that shape. So it'll be kind of like this. We'll do a practice round here, inhaling through the nose, and then exhale, blowing out through the mouth, like you're blowing out some candles is the best way. So we'll do that about 5 rounds here just to center ourselves, keeping the spine stacked up. So deep inhale in through the nose, exhale through the mouth. Deep inhale through the nose, exhale. Keep it going. Inhale, fill the belly up. Exhale, let it go. Make this last one big and deep. Really press out the exhale. Inhale in. Exhale, press all the air out of your belly. All right, just notice how you feel here. Keep the eyes closed for another beat. Just continuing to be curious and ask kind of where you're at today of yourself. And let's just take one deep breath in just to accept where we are showing up. It's the most important part. We've done that. All right, we can open the eyes now. We're going to start warming up through the spine. So we're going to take the left hand down by our side and go ahead and reach the right hand up and overhead towards the left side. Side body stretch. And then we're going to reach the right hand out in front of the left knee and begin walking the hands like in a shape of a rainbow, one after another, all the way over to the right side. And then our right hand's going to plant down, the left hand's going to reach up overhead, side body stretch on the left. So we're starting this really slow, repeating this walk with the hands in front of the body, leaning forward, over towards the left. Left hand plants down, right hand reaches over our head. And see if you can reach your right shoulder back, maybe looking up past your right elbow. And then we'll walk the right hand back down in front of the left knee, inching the hands over towards the left. Right hand plants down, left hand reaches over, and pull the left shoulder, left elbow back, look up towards the sky. All right, let's freestyle this a little bit more now, finding some fluidity so you can start to sway with this. The right hand reaches over, and then instead of walking the hands, maybe you just trace them across the ground and then lean over into the left side. So start getting in your rhythm, back and forth. Maybe exhaling as you travel, inhaling as you look up. Do a couple more on each side. Maybe integrating the neck a little bit, letting the chin drop to the chest. All right, next time you're back to center, we'll slide the hands back towards the shins and sit up tall. Now let's reach the hands all the way up. And then arms are going to cross down in front of us. Right arm's going to come on top. So right arm to the left knee, or I'm sorry, right hand to left knee, left hand to right knee, right arm on top. You can take a look at me here. We're going to inhale to look up, chin lifts, and then exhale, chin drops in towards our chest. We round onto the back of the pelvis. Inhale to lift the chin, arch through the back. Exhale, rounding through. We'll do this a few more times. Warming up the spine from front to back. All right, next time you're lifted up, stay there. We'll bring the hands crossed just as they are in front of us, bend at the elbows, and return to those eagle arms. Backs of the hands are going to come together any amount. So backs of the hands can be together. You can stay here or begin to wrap the right hand around to the left palm, or I'm sorry, left hand around to the right palm. And then lift the elbows, maybe look up slightly. Try to breathe into the upper back body, letting the shoulders begin to open up. One more breath here. Lift the elbows, press the hands forward. And then on the exhale, unwind. We'll shake that out. And let's do the other side. Lift the hands up towards the sky. And then exhale, left arm's going to come on top this time. Left hand to right knee, right hand to left knee. We inhale, lift the chin, look up. Exhale, rounding through. Inhale, lifting up. Feel free to exaggerate this move too as much as you want. Inhaling to lift, exhaling to roll back. All right, next time you are lifted up, we'll reach the hands out in front, bend at the elbows, backs of the hands come together, or we can interlace palm to palm. Lifting the elbows up, pressing the hands forward, breathing deep. One more deep breath in. All right, exhale, unwind the arms. We can shake that loose again. Maybe shrugging the shoulders. And now we'll take our right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh and send our left leg out long. So think of it like a wide-legged position here, but we're going to keep the right leg tucked in. Flex those toes back up towards your face. We're going to reach the hands up once again, and then fold the upper body down over that right leg. You have that blanket underneath your sits bones. That's probably helping out here, lifting the hips up. Option here to bend that left knee as much as you need. Listen to your body. And you can tuck the chin into the chest. You can stay on the fingertips. If you're really feeling it today, you can drop down onto the elbows, maybe the palms. So let's use this time as a sweet little surrender, just a moment. Maybe close the eyes. Be intentional about the lower body, grounding down into your mat and the floor. I'll take one more breath here. And slide the hands back. The left hand comes to the top of that right knee. Right hand's going to come behind for a gentle twist, looking over that right shoulder. Keep those left toes flexed back towards your hip. And on an exhale, come back. We're going to plant the right hand down over by our right side. So give yourself plenty of space here. We're going to bend through the left knee and plant that left foot down towards the bottom of our mat. And then we're going to press into the foot, press into the hand to come up onto that right knee. Straighten through that left leg. The left foot is parallel to the back edge of the mat. And we're going to lift the left hand up towards the sky for supported side body plank. And if you want to take this further, reach the hand up and overhead. Maybe lean that shoulder back here like we did in our side body warm up. Maybe look up towards the sky. One more deep breath. And exhale, rain the hand down. We'll lower back down onto the hips. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So send that right leg out towards the right corner of your mat. Bring the left foot in. Lots of energy in those right toes, the right foot. And we'll reach up and fold over that left leg. Finding some space to surrender here. Opportunity to let something go, let something roll off your back. Use the breath. Notice any differences on this side of the body, on this right leg. If you may need to bend the knee here, no worries. And one last deep breath in. And on the exhale, we slide back towards our hips. Our right hand comes to the top of the left knee, left hand behind. Take a look past the left shoulder. Flex those toes back towards your hip. And on an exhale, we'll unwind. Step that right foot to the back of your mat. The left hand's going to plant down out towards the front edge of the mat. Press into the foot and the hand to come up onto the left knee. Pivot on the back foot, plant down through all four corners, and then reach the right hand up towards the sky, side plank. Option to reach the left hand up and overhead. Big breath in. Press into all 5 fingers, 5 toes, the other 5 toes as well. And on your next exhale, release that down. Let's come back onto the hips just for one more move. We'll bring the soles of the feet together for a butterfly, cobbler's pose. Letting the knees drop down any amount so they can be pretty high today if that's where you're at. Wherever you are, grab those ankles or the shins and see if you can use that as leverage to reach the shoulder blades back in space and reach the crown up towards the sky. All right, one last breath in. on the exhale, we'll close the legs and begin to walk to all fours. Moving that blanket out to the side. We can bring that back in later. And then just set up in a tabletop position, really pressing into your knuckles today. And all 10 toes. We'll drop the belly, lift the chin. Just a couple cat-cows here. Getting oriented on the hands and knees, dropping the belly, arching through the back body. And then when you're ready, we'll lift the right leg up, keeping the knee bent and sole of the foot up towards the ceiling. And then we'll make some slow circles with that right knee. It's going to feel really weird. Press into both hands evenly. You might be shaking here, me too. A lot going on, so hold your core steady. Take deep breaths. Reverse the circle. And send that sole of the foot way up towards the sky now, arching through the back, maybe looking forward for tiger pose. And then knee comes up towards the nose, reaching all the way towards that right hand. We'll step it through for a lunge. Keep it nice and soft. Come onto the fingertips. Deep breath in. And nice and easy, sitting the hips back, flexing those toes up towards your face, straightening through that right leg any amount. Runner stretch, looking forward. Deep breath in. Exhale, roll through that foot. We'll come back to low lunge, plant the palms. Bring that right leg back to meet the left for tabletop. And let's do that same thing on this side. So bending through the left knee, reaching the sole of the left foot towards the sky. Press into both hands evenly, get your balance here. Press into that right foot and start making some slow circles with the right knee, either direction. Deep breaths. Notice what's going on in your core. See if you can use that to support you. Reverse the circle. All right, then reach the sole of that foot all the way up towards the sky. Option to point through the toe if you'd like. Lift the chin, look up. And then exhale, draw the knee up towards the nose, step it all the way through to the left hand, low lunge. Light on the fingertips, easy breathing. And exhale, send the hips back, runner stretch on this side, bending through that left knee, any amount. Take a look down at your toes, flex them back towards your face. Deep breath in, look forward. And exhale, rolling through. Plant the palms, let's slide that left foot back. And taking a child's pose, spread the knees wide, sit the hips on back, walk the hands forward, and melt it on down. Forehead can come to the ground. You can bring that blanket underneath your forehead if you'd like. And take a couple breaths here just to rest. We're halfway there, so let's take a moment just to check in really quick again. What's going on with the body? How are you feeling? All right, nice and easy. Let's press back up to all fours. And when you're there, curl the toes under, send the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Walk it out. Take a couple deep breaths. Press through the hands and knuckles, shifting the weight into the feet. And then we'll shift our weight back into the heels and begin sliding the hands towards the toes, forward fold at the back of your mat. Let the head hang. Take any movements here that feel good. Rocking side to side. And then when you're ready, bend through the knees and then press into the feet as it roll all the way up like a springboard here. And I'll meet you in mountain pose at the top of the mat. Let's take a couple deep breaths. Let's step to the middle of the mat here. Feet are going to go on an angle. So we're going to step feet hips distance apart, toes pointing towards the wide side. And arms are going to come into cactus arms. So elbows bent out by our sides. And then we're going to bend through the knees, coming into goddess pose. So think like you're up against a wall here, trying to get your back level. So head and back are pressing into an imaginary wall, hands pressing into an imaginary wall. All four corners of the feet are pressing down, knees are tracking over your toes. We'll be here for one more breath. And then check it out. We're going to spin those right toes towards the front of the mat, send our hands out wide, pivot on the back foot, coming into warrior two. So just straightening through that left leg, looking forward past our right hand. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And on your next inhale, straighten through the front leg, reach the right hand up towards the sky, back and over the top of your head. Reverse triangle. And on your next exhale, cartwheel the hands all the way back down. We'll put the hands to the left side of the right foot and then spin those right toes to face the front, and we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. Head, upper body hanging down towards the ground. Bend through the knees any amount. And again, just use this as an opportunity to let something go. Let it roll. It's not yours to carry. No need to have it. Use the breath. And just let it go. All right. We'll slowly roll up, press into the feet, bend through the knees. And we'll spin those toes when we get up to the top, back out towards the front two corners of the mat. Reaching our hands out by our sides, coming back into cactus arms. Let's sit down into that goddess pose once again, bending through the knees, sitting back. Only be here a couple breaths. You got it. Deep breath in. You are strong. I'm getting motivational here. All right, one more breath. All right, left toes are going to spin towards the back edge of the mat. Straighten through that right leg. Pivot on the back foot. Reach the hands out. Warrior two. Look past your left hand. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Straighten through the front leg. Reach the left hand up and overhead. Reach back. And then on the next exhale, cartwheel all the way down to that left foot. Walk the hands back to center where that wide leg forward fold position is. Toes pointing towards the front of the mat. Let's take one more breath here. Let the head hang heavy. And then press into the hands. We'll begin to heel toe, the feet together, bringing them arch to arch. And then come up onto the toes and then sit the hips down. So if you're already like, whoa, you might spread the feet back out. So come into kind of a little ball here. We'll lean the knees forward, maybe sitting up for a brief toe stand here. You can bring the hands to the heart. Knees can open wide. If that's not doing it for you, you can always come wider for a squat or like a froggy position with the fingertips on the ground. All right, one more breath wherever you are. And we'll come back down into a seat. Let's roll down onto the ground and cool off here. Last few minutes of practice. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock the pelvis back and forth whenever you get there. Right foot's going to come down to the ground. Left sole of the foot up towards the sky. Grab the back of the thigh with both hands. Roll through the ankle one way and then the other. And the blood flow to go in the opposite direction now. And then sit the left foot down. We're going to slide the left foot underneath that right leg that's bent. It's going to be a little weird. And then reach your left knee down towards the back edge of that mat. you should feel some kind of sensation in that front side hip. If that's too much, you can take that blanket and put it underneath that left knee. Hands can come to the belly or the sides. You need a little bit more, you might take that right hand and grab your left toes. I will not be doing that, but you can. All right, press into that right foot, slowly unwind the left, send that foot back up towards the sky one last time, roll it out. And let's switch sides, planting the left foot down now, keeping that knee bent, sending the right sole of the foot up towards the sky. Roll through the ankle one way and then the other. Give some time for the blood to travel. And then we'll bend through that knee and slip that right foot underneath the left knee, keeping the left knee bent. Reaching that right knee down towards the bottom right corner of the mat. Return to your breath. See if you're clenched up in the jaw. See if you can relax the face, the shoulders. Press into the left foot. We'll slowly slip that right foot back out from under the left. And then hands are going to come down by our sides. Let's end with a bridge pose, pressing into both feet, lifting the hips up towards the sky, rolling out through the spine. We'll be at the top, holding it here, hugging the thighs together. Big breath in. And slow as you can go, roll down. Hips are the last thing that land. Nice and soft landing here. And we'll roll on to either side. Taking your time. We'll begin to press up into a seat. Oh, coming to the middle of your mat, bringing your blanket back underneath your hips. Take a moment to end with the breath pattern that we started with. We're going to do 3 again together. So inhaling, fill up the belly. Exhale, press it out through the lips. Audible exhale, inhale in. Big exhale through the mouth. Inhale, really let something go on this one. And exhale, press it away. All right, hands come together at the heart. We'll bow to one another, our health, our practice. And we'll end today by saying namaste. Thank you guys for hanging with me today.